Good morning, student. Today we will continue the topic we did yesterday. Yesterday I told you about the characteristics of business, I told you about profession, I told you about employment. Today we will do the difference between these three terms. That is difference between business, profession and employment. The first point of difference between these three terms is mode of establishment. A business gets established when the entrepreneur decides. Who is the entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is one who starts a business. So whenever an entrepreneur decides, he can start doing the business. Like as if I think that I'll start a ready-made garment shop. I can start whenever I decide. But the profession is started only after getting the certificate of practice or a particular degree from the professional body. For example, if someone wants to practice as a doctor, he must have MBBS degree with him or BMS or other similar degree. If a person wants to practice as an advocate, then he must have the degree of LLB. The third is employment. Employment begins after getting the appointment letter from the employer. Whenever the employer gets agree to give employment to the person, the employment begins. Moving to the next point of difference between these three terms is nature of work. Generally, the business includes buying and selling of goods and services, but business also includes production of services. And profession involves rendering personalized services of expert nature. Mean to say, suppose if we are supposed to get medical service, then we will have to personally meet that doctor, and the doctor is expert in that field. So personal touch is always there in profession. The nature of work in employment is performing the work as per the service contract. Whatever is mentioned in the employment contract, the person has to perform all those duties. The next point of difference between these three terms is qualification. For business, no minimum qualification is required as such, but for a profession, a particular degree, a professional degree is required in a specific field. For example, if someone wants to practice as a lawyer, then he or she must have the degree of LLB. If someone wants to practice as a chartered accountant, that person should have the degree of CA. And for an employment, an employee needs the qualification and training as prescribed by the employer. The fourth point of difference is return or reward. Whatever an entrepreneur does in a business, he gets returns in the form of profits. A professional gets fees for their services, and employees get salary or wages in return for their work. The next difference is capital investment. As you all know, business needs investment as per its size and nature. Suppose someone is opening a small shop, then he will need small investment, but if someone is opening a big showroom, then he will need more investment. In profession, comparatively less investment is required, but it depends from profession to profession. For like if someone is if some doctor is planning to open a big hospital, he will need more investment, but generally it is said that comparatively less investment is required in case of a profession. And in employment, no capital investment is needed, that you all know. Whenever someone start doing a job, he doesn't need any capital to he doesn't need to invest any capital. for that. The fourth point of difference is risk. As I told you yesterday, this is an important characteristics of business, that whether a business is big or small, risk is always there. Maybe more or less, but risk is always there in a business because of uncertainty. But in profession, do you think, is there any risk? Comparatively very less as compared to business. And in employment, there is no risk, as they get a fixed and regular pay whether the employer is earning or not. Business activities. Today we will start a new topic, that is business activities. Business activities can be classified into two parts, that is industry and commerce. Industries refers to economic activities which are connected with conversion of resources into useful goods. I repeat, industry refers to economic activities which are connected with conversion of resources into useful goods. Means industries perform economic activity of production. It converts the raw material into finished goods, something that is of use. And second business activity is commerce. Commerce starts where industries work end. Industry does the work of production and commerce does the work of exchange of goods and services. Commerce includes all those activities which are necessary for facilitating the exchange of goods and services. We will study in detail both industry and commerce. Today in this presentation we will do types of industry. This is a detailed chart of business activity. Business is classified into two parts, industry and commerce. There are three types of industry: primary, secondary and tertiary. And commerce is also divided into two parts, that is trade and auxiliaries to trade. Firstly, today we will do type of industries. As I told you, there are three types of industry: primary industry, secondary industry and tertiary industry. So we'll discuss about primary industry. The primary industries include those activities through which the natural resources are used to provide raw material to other industries. In primary industries, natural resources are used. What are the natural resources? Natural resources include air, water, earth, plants, animals. So obviously the primary industries includes exploiting these natural resources. Again, the primary industries is classified into two categories. One is genetic industry and extractive industry. Genetic industry, that is one of primary industry, refer to those industries under which the breed of animals and vegetables are improved and made more useful. For example, poultry farming, animal husbandry and tree planting. You must have seen poultry farm, and you must have heard about orchard of trees and animal husbandry. All these are the example of genetic industry, that is one of primary industry. This is why this is called primary industry, because these industries are using our natural resources. The second type of primary industry is This is one of the example of genetic industry, animal husbandry, dairy farming. All these are the example of genetic industry. The second type of industry is extractive industry. This is also one of primary nature, because this also use our natural resources. In these industries, something is extracted out of the earth, water or air. For example, coal, iron, gas are extracted from the earth. Stone is taken out of the quarries. Food grain and other products are obtained from agriculture. That means agriculture is also a primary industry, and in primary industry it is extractive industry, like coal mining, like oil mining, like agriculture. All these industries, all these are extractive industry. This is one of the example, coal mining. You must have heard about this coal mining. From Kashmir stone is brought here for cement industry. That is also one of the type of extractive industry, quarry. That is called quarry. Secondary industry. Secondary industry refers to the industry which uses the material produced by primary industry and changes them into finished items. Yes, as it is clear from its name, it is secondary, something that comes after the primary. So first of all, we have natural resources. That natural resources are exploited by primary industry, and the output of primary industry is used by the secondary industry. Like in primary industry, sugarcane is produced, and in the secondary industry, that sugarcane is used to produce sugar. In primary industry, we produce cotton by doing agriculture, and in secondary industry, that cotton is used to convert it in clothes. The secondary industry is of four types, that is manufacturing industry and constructive industry. Further, manufacturing industries has two types. Firstly, I tell you about analytical industry. As it is clear from its name, analytical. What do you mean by analysis? Analysis means breaking a single piece of information into many pieces of information, getting as much as possible information from a single piece of information. In the similar way, in analytical industry, many things are manufactured out of one thing. For example, in extracting industry, that is primary industry, we get crude oil, and in analytical industry, in secondary industry, we analyze the crude oil and get many things from it, that is petrol, diesel, gasoline. Second type of manufacturing industry is synthetic industry, that is just opposite to this analytical industry. In analytical industry, one product is broken to get many things, and in synthetic industry, many raw materials are mixed to produce a more useful product. For example, in cement industry, we use limestone, gypsum and coal and mix all this to make cement. Third one is processing industry. Processing industry include those industry wherein useful things are manufactured by making the raw material pass through different process. For example, making sugar from sugarcane, making cloth out of cotton. And the fourth type of industry is assembling industry. Assembling industry means wherein the parts manufactured by different industries are assembled to produce new and useful products. Like in cycle industry and computer industry, many parts are assembled together to make a more useful product. These are the example of secondary industry. The next is constructive industry. Under these industry, construction work is done by using the things produced by other industry, by using cement, iron, big wood, etc. Building, bridges and dams are constructed. These are the example of constructive industry. As it is clear from its very name that construction industry is something that is related to the construction of buildings, dams, bridges and all. Next most important type of industry is tertiary industry. This comes third in line. Tertiary industries are also called service industries. It helps in the smooth running of primary and secondary industry. It includes those services which help business to move unhindered. For example, transport industry, banking industry, insurance industry, advertisement industry, warehousing industry, etc. Example of tertiary industry are healthcare industry, banking industry, restaurant, transport and distribution, retail, law. All these are the example of tertiary industry. Actually, the business, whenever someone do business, there are many hindrances. Like hindrances in taking things from one place to another. Like uh, apple is grown in Jammu and Kashmir, but the problem is it is needed in other parts of the country also. So that hindrance is removed by the tertiary industry, that is transport industry. The another hindrance is hindrance of finance, means the business is not having sufficient finance with it. So the banking industry come here to help the primary or secondary industry. There is hindrance of risk, that is removed by insurance industry.